I have always believed that there were means toward greater health that were better overall for the body and not using prescription medications or over-the-counter medications. And I was surprised that I had never been taught about breathing. This was the first I had heard about, really focusing on breathing correctly.
Yeah, it's one of the best kept secrets. Make sure that your chin is sort of in the middle. How are you actually getting on at the moment with the migraines and the like?
I had a really bad one in June, but it came after a week of traveling and just making poor food choices. And then I had one in July that also came the day after we had traveled and I ate at a fast food place. And even though I ordered a salad, it still had meat that was marinated with MSG and cooked with oils that I don't cook with. They have not been as intense as they used to be. The one I had in July, I actually took charcoal, and that seemed to help. I definitely think it was a food reaction. I really think that it has a lot to do with just eating lighter and home cooked food. But definitely they've changed. They're not as frequent. I do get these tightness sensations in my neck that slow me down, but it's definitely an improvement.
I can't guarantee that the migraines won't come back, because when we do something like, traveling, or when you've got a lot to think about when you're traveling, particularly when you're packing the kids up and you've got all of them to think about, it's very taxing on the CO2 level,
Right.
on the breathing. I mean, not just breathing here, I mean breathing in the body, because it goes right down to the cells.
Yes.
Yeah, I used to get the same. I don't anymore.
And you've been doing this for how long?
10 years.
Okay.
I haven't had a migraine for years. I do get a tightness and a pain in my liver sometimes in the back here, in that area, when things are a bit tough. Traveling and having lots of people with you, eating the wrong food, eating when you're not hungry.
When I started the beginner's workshop, my migraines had increased to about 8 or 9 a month. And that would be 8 or 9 days where I really barely made it through the day, doing the minimal amount of putting some food on the table for my children and getting them to school in the morning and picking them up. Most of the day spent either in a dark room or in a hot tub. Lots of nausea, lots of vomiting. I don't have months like that anymore. The immediate benefit that I had within 2 days of taking the class, I sleep at night. I would fall asleep very easily and feel as though I had slept when I woke up in the morning, which had not been an experience for a long time. Actually, I've had trouble sleeping throughout my life with just brief periods where I would sleep better consistently. Now I sleep a good 6 hours. Sometimes I'm able to break up my sleep, but very rarely. When I set an alarm to do that, I still usually sleep through the alarm. But 6 hours, I can wake up and I've got more energy, I've got more stamina. Even if I'm cleansing, I'm able to do more than I used to. I manage through the day a lot better. I get tired, of course, but I'm still able to do the next thing that needs to be done. I've been very happy about that. Before the class, I had a constant pressure of anxiety, pressure that, there's just so much to do and just feeling overwhelmed. And it was such a part of my life that it was never something that I thought, oh, I need to go to a doctor and talk about this. That went away. I don't have that feeling anymore, which is nice. I was having a lot of digestive issues even when I wasn't having the migraine. I noticed where if I ate an egg or if I ate a piece of bacon or some sausage, heavier things could trigger a migraine type headache and leave me very ill. And I was taking a lot of supplements, digestive enzymes, a licorice supplement. Anytime I would mention it to people, they would just say, "Oh, you're a woman and you're over 40. It's time to get the gallbladder taken out." And, the first week of that beginner's class, I stopped taking all of those supplements and I haven't needed them since. I had been taking homeopathic thyroid drops, pituitary drops. I was using a progesterone cream. I don't use any of those things anymore. So that has been a very big financial benefit. So I can eat bacon in moderation and I can have an egg and I don't get sick afterwards.
Do you like to say something about what's involved in getting those results and how it's been for you?
Well, when I started, my control pause was at 12, and I did experience a major cleanse in the beginning, which was very unpleasant. But even so, I knew this was something that made sense to me, that there was going to be a great benefit for it. It is work, it's still not easy. There are days when I feel like it's easier than other days. But now I have just become accustomed to doing preferably at least 3 sets a day. Some days I only get 2 in, but I try to do some exercises, at least a couple of pauses throughout the day, set first thing in the morning and a set before bed. It has been a lot of work, but it's definitely worth it. Not a huge amount of weight, but some clothes that I thought I'd probably never wear again, they're actually kind of loose on me now. So the distribution of my weight has changed. And a lot of people have noticed that.
Well, that's the thing is that the fat cells fall off and then the muscle starts to improve. Muscle tissue improves and the tone improves.
I've noticed even some facial changes, just some slight, my posture's better too. I stand up straighter. From all the years of nursing, I've had a slouch, and that's much better. And I will say that the chiropractor that I go to, probably after about 2 months of the practice, he commented that he could feel a lot of changes just in the connective tissue in my back. That was very encouraging.
Have you noticed whether your treatments last better, whether they sustain better?
Definitely overall, my neck, there's a spot in my lower back that still, I don't think I've had a cleansing there yet. There's an injury. That's something that I constantly feel a bit of a twinge, but definitely my neck stays in position a lot better.
That's great. It's really great.
Yes.
Anything else you'd like to say?
And my husband has commented that I get better looking every day.